What's up, family? Man, I bless each and every one of you. May God continue to guide you, comfort you, and aid you in your growth and development, as well as the healing stages of your life. Family, man, we got to grow up. We have to grow up. And it is what it is. You know what I mean? I get it. I understand that it's hard, it's challenging, and that's why the great majority of us don't do it. You know what I mean? But that being said, this channel is a spiritual boot camp. This is spiritual warriors. You know what I mean? This is for spiritual warriors. This is for chosen ones that, man, we want to get our shit straight. We came here to get our shit straight, and we're going to get our shit straight. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. I was talking to a beautiful sister who shot me an email, asking me a few questions about, man, can I make a video talking about how to keep going? You know, when things don't look right, when things ain't working out for you and seem like you've been choked to death and all this other stuff. And I really appreciate you for sending me that email. And the truth is, I've talked about this in the past. There's a scripture in the Bible that's always intrigued me. And I never really quite understood it until God slapped the shit out of me with that scripture. Stay with me, we're going somewhere. And it ain't gonna take long today. And so there's a scripture in the Bible talking about Noah. God calls Noah and tells Noah, man, you know what? Noah, and he didn't say it like this. I'm going to say it in today's, vocabulary, Noah, I'm choosing you. Out of all these motherfuckers on this planet, I'm going to choose you. Noah's a chosen one, chosen by God to save his family. Noah's a chosen one, saved by God, to preserve his wife, his daughters, and his son, or his daughter-in-laws and his sons. Noah's been chosen by God to preserve the animals. We're going there today, and it's going to get rough real quick. And so here it is. God's called Noah to build this ark. And you got to understand the time. People at that time had never seen rain. It never, ever fucking rained before. Water just came up out of the ground and just saturated the plants and the trees and everything else. That's how everything was watered. It never rained. You got to understand that. And so here is Noah building this ark and getting this wood and all this other stuff. And you gotta understand the people like, what the fuck you doing? Who the fuck you think you are? What the fuck are you building? Why are you building this big ass fucking boat? Look at this crazy ass motherfucker over here. Look at this ignorant ass motherfucking clown. This fucking fool talking about it's gonna rain, water's gonna fall from the sky, and woo-doo-doo. This ignorant ass motherfucking reap. You know what I mean? This crazy motherfucker over here. And it's hard to hear that when these are the people that you're associated with. It's hard to hear that when it's your own fucking family. It's hard to hear that when it's your own fucking brothers and sisters and parents and aunties and uncles and cousins that's coming at you, that's criticizing you, that's dogging you the fuck out. And they're like, this motherfucker, you're the black sheep of the family. This motherfucker, he done lost his rabbit ass mind. This motherfucker got these kids out here helping him build this fucking boat. I feel sorry for his crazy ass wife. I feel sorry for his crazy ass sons to have a fucking father like that. That's gotta be fucking embarrassing. That's gotta be fucking humiliating for this crazy ass motherfucker to be your fucking daddy. That's gotta be fucking embarrassing for this crazy ass motherfucker to be your man. And he's got y'all out here gathering fucking wood. He's got y'all out here building this big ass fucking boat because this crazy motherfucker is talking about water's coming down from the sky and it's gonna flood the world and everything on the planet is gonna fucking drown and die. Who the fuck do this motherfucker think he is? We're going there today. We're going there. And so here's Noah, and some say it took him 120 fucking years to get the boat, the ark, ready. See, understand something? He's building this boat for 100 motherfucking years. He's telling the people, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, get your life together, get your shit together, da-da-da-da-da. And these motherfuckers are walking around and clowning him. These motherfuckers walking around and laughing at him. These motherfuckers walking around and teasing him and going off. This stupid ass motherfucker. There go crazy Noah again. There go that stupid ass Noah again. That motherfucker talking about he heard from God. Well, Noah, I heard from God too. And God said you're fucking crazy. Noah, I heard from God too. And God said you missed it. He ain't told you it's gonna rain. Why would God pick you out of all motherfuckers? Out of all the motherfuckers here, you ain't the most educated. Out of all the motherfuckers here, you ain't the best looking. Out of all the motherfuckers here, you ain't the smartest. You ain't the wisest. You ain't the strongest. Why would God pick your ugly, miserable ass? Why would God pick you, you crazy ass motherfucker? Out of all the people, he could have chose me. I got yokes. He could have chose me. I got money. He could have chose me. I got education. I got titles, I got houses, I got businesses, I got all this shit. How come God didn't pick me? I'm the most qualified. I'm the greatest architect out here. God could have picked me. I'm the greatest carpenter out here. God could have chose me. He should have chose me. He didn't choose me, therefore he didn't choose you. We're going there. And if you're not careful, this is just for chosen ones. Again, this is just for chosen ones. All you other motherfuckers just keep moving. You know what I mean? This don't apply to you. This ain't a message for you. This is just for chosen ones. Okay? And so here's Noah, and he's sitting there, and you know the tears got to be running down his eyes as he's been rejected and dogged out by his own family, his own friends. You know he's got to be brokenhearted. You know his sons and his daughter-in-laws, his wife has to be fucking humiliated. God has called this man. He didn't tell Noah's wife what was going to happen. He didn't tell Noah's kids what was going to happen. He didn't tell Noah's daughter-in-laws what was going to happen. He told Noah, get that shit straight. We got to understand that out of all the people that God told, he only told one person, Noah. He didn't have a fucking come to Jesus moment. He didn't have a gathering and ask people their fucking opinion. He didn't have a gathering and say, okay, Betty Jean, what do you think about this? Okay, Martha, what do you think about this? Karen, do you mind if we... God didn't do none of that motherfucking shit. God don't give a fuck about everybody else's fucking opinion. When God tells you to do something, you better get up off your monkey fucking ass and get doing it. No questions. It is what it fucking is. But the problem is we sit there and we start second guessing ourselves because everybody else is looking at us. Everybody else is questioning us. Everybody else is doubting us. Everybody else is dogging us the fuck out. Everybody else is laughing at us and mocking us because we look awfully fucking crazy. Told y'all we're going there today. It's going to be rough. And so we got to understand that when God calls you to do something great as a chosen one, you're going to have to crush your motherfucking ego. You're going to have to put your motherfucking ego in check. You're going to have to get past the rejections of everybody else. You're going to have to get past everybody else laughing at you and teasing you. You're going to have to get past everybody clowning you. You're going to have to get past the shit with your wife. You're going to have to get past the shit with your fucking kids. You're going to have to get past the shit with your mama, your daddy, your brothers, your sisters, your nieces, your nephews. You're going to have to let that shit fucking go. And that's going to crush your fucking ego. You're going to have to get past the fucking educated folk. You're going to have to get past the fucking religious folk. You're going to have to let that shit go. Let them motherfuckers keep talking. But you keep moving. You keep doing what God called you to do. You keep doing what God told you to do. Again, Noah, with all this shit going on, All these people laughing at him. All these people teasing him. His wife second guessing him. His son's like, Dad, I love you. I'll follow you to the end of the world, but are you sure? Come on, Pops. You know what I mean? Pops, I need you to make sure about this one. Man, I got this new queen right here. Man, we about to do some shit. You know what I mean? Pops, I need you to make sure you're on point with this one. Again, I got you. I'm going to do what you ask me to do. I'm going to do what you tell me to do because I love you. I got you. But I need you to make sure, man, my kids are at stake here. My queen is at stake here. I need you to make sure you're on point on this one. I need you to make sure you heard from God on this one. I don't need you missing God on this one. I don't need there be no misunderstandings. I don't need you like, oh, my bad, I missed it. Nah, we ain't got time for that bullshit. I don't put in too much time into you. I don't put too much time into doing this with you, Pops. So I need you to make sure without a shadow of doubt, man, this is it. It is what it is. And so, as chosen ones, oh, God help me. You're going to have to go through some shit. You're going to have to go through days and years of being in the isolation stage. You're going to have to go through the period where everybody looking at you like, this stupid ass motherfucker. You know what I mean? This crazy ass motherfucker over here. He really think he doing some shit. He really think he about his life. You know what I mean? God called him to save humanity. This little ass motherfucking runt. You know what I mean? If God gonna call somebody, he would have chose the biggest of us. He would have chose the strongest of us. He would have chose the wisest of us. He would have chose the most religious of us. God didn't choose none of them motherfuckers. He chose Noah. He chose Noah. And Noah had to stay committed to his task. Noah had to stay committed to his goal. And the crazy thing again, you gotta remember, they had never seen rain. They didn't even know what rain was. I don't know what you're going through. I don't know what type of obstacle you're facing, what type of challenges you're going through. I'll tell you something. You better make sure that you've heard from God. See, so many of us, we get caught up wanting to do some shit. And we're working on some shit. But it ain't what God really wants us to do. And so we get frustrated because shit ain't working like we thought it was going to work. Shit ain't coming to fruition like we thought it was. And the reality is not what God really had planned for you. That's not what God wanted you to be doing. That's not what God told you to do. You doing that because your mom and daddy told you to do that. You doing that because that teacher told you to do that. You doing that because your wife wants you to do that. You doing that because of the money it gives you. You doing that because of the prestige and the title and the accolades it gives you. But that's not what God called you for. You doing that because it seems easy. That's not what God called you for. So you got to first and foremost, you got to make sure that you're in alignment with the will of God for your life. And again, you got to get outside of your fucking ego. You got to get outside of your fucking pride. You got to make sure that this is what God has called you to do. Then when you've made sure that this is what God has called you to do, and it takes faith to be able to do that. But you got to be in alignment with God, source, universe, the Most High. And then when you know that this is what God has called you to do, regardless of how long it takes you to get it done, you better be doing what you're supposed to be doing. Noah's a perfect example of that. For 120 years, he told the people to get their fucking shit together. For 120 years, he preached, man, the flood was coming. Destruction was coming. Chaos was coming. They didn't want to believe him. They didn't believe him. Until it came. And then it was too late. They all died because they didn't believe him. They all died because they weren't in the will of God. They all died because they didn't do what they came here to do. They didn't just die. The ancestors that should have came through them couldn't come through them. It didn't just affect their life. It affected everybody's life that was attached to them, that was connected to them. Catch that. Because Noah stayed faithful. Because Noah stayed committed and did what he was supposed to do. His ancestors were blessed because of him. Got to understand that. It is what it is. Stay committed. Stay busy doing what you came here to do. I don't give a damn what it looked like. I don't give a damn how you feel. So many times, I'm like, man, fuck this YouTube shit. You know what I mean? I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of making fucking videos. These motherfuckers don't want to fucking listen anyways. Fuck these people. You know what I mean? I've gotten that way a number of occasions. Man, fuck humanity. I've gotten there. Now, let me just go off to the fucking woods and just live my fucking life. And, man, I ain't got time for people's fucking bullshit. I ain't got time for people's fucking judgmental nature. I ain't got time for people's fucking self-righteousness. I ain't got time for people's fucking foolishness. Let these motherfuckers do what the fuck they want to do. I'm tired of trying to talk to people. I'm tired of trying to help people. I'm tired of trying to sow into motherfuckers who don't want help. Who don't want to grow the fuck up. We get tired. We get tired. I've gotten tired. But you got to keep going. You got to keep pushing. It is what it is. I hope and pray that I said something to encourage you, to inspire you, to even challenge your way of thinking. We have to grow a family. I love you guys. Thank you for rocking out with me. Happy healing. Peace.